It's been just over 2 weeks since my wife died, and I thought it would be an appropriate time to make the first vlog for this channel. The purpose of this vlog is not for me to look glamorous, it's not for me to be entertaining. This is about me talking about what it's like to be a widow, and also I want to go back and I want to talk about all kinds of things that happened with me and the wife in our marriage, how when she got ill, but probably gonna jump around and tell it in a very non-linear way in many of these videos. So what I might do is I might, when I get to a certain point, is put them in a sort of an order in a playlist, so you can sort of hear the relationship as it unfolded and how Em got ill and when she died. At the moment, because it's not been so long, it's so raw. And I don't know how I'm feeling, to be honest. It's when people say it's an emotional roller coaster, oh my God, is that the best analogy? It's up, down, left, right, forwards, backwards, upside down, sideways on, all the bloody time. And it's constant. If you can imagine being on a roller coaster that's throwing you about and you're not really enjoying it and you can't get off it, you're going to feel physically very ill. And especially in the first week of after my wife died, I felt physically sick to the point that I just didn't want to eat or drink. I would eat something and I'd be like, oh, no, I feel sick. And I was swinging from being reality hitting me of I'm alone, despairing that my wife's gone, happy at the same time that we had each other, devastated that the future that I wanted and she wanted isn't going to happen, at the same time relieved that she's no longer in pain, angry at cancer, questioning myself, questioning everything. Did I do everything right? Were there any earlier warning signs of this disease that we missed? Did she know how much I loved her? All these things kept going through my mind, and I felt a bit guilty. Now, on my original channel, just called Berry, if you've seen any of the videos there, I talk about the fact that I have a genetic disorder called MEN1, which is a genetic disorder which puts me at very high risk of certain cancers. I already have some tumours that are being monitored. So I thought I'd be the one to get the cancer. But my wife ends up getting cancer that kills her. I felt guilty that I'm still here and she's not. I don't know, it was just all over the shop, just all over the place. I've been through over and over again in my head what happened in the last few days of her life and what happened over the last year. Because my wife, whose name was Emma, I called her Em, when Em was diagnosed with cancer, it was already at stage 4. There are 4 stages to cancer and some sub-stages in those. She had stage 4B, which was that she had a bowel tumour which had spread to 2 distant parts of the body, the liver and the lungs. And they said at that point it was incurable but treatable. She had chemo for about 9 months, which at first worked and then it stopped working, and they changed the chemo and that didn't work, and she had a couple of bouts of sepsis and then passed away on New Year's Eve. I have had counselling, and I'm having more counselling. I've joined something called Widowed and Young, and also I've joined a local women's bereavement group and also a women's walking group. I went on a hike the other day, which was quite good. It was a bit painful, but I'm writing down all my feelings. I'm trying to get them out on paper and also on camera. I bought a diary, a 2024 diary, a few weeks before Em passed, and I was intending to use it as a to-do kind of diary, but now I'm actually writing it as if I'm writing letters to Em. So instead of saying Dear Diary, I'm saying Dear Em, and I'm writing how I feel about her, but also about what's happened in the day. One thing some widows and widowers have said to me is when this happens, it's so life altering and paradigm shifting that you cannot do it alone. And even when it comes to things like eating and drinking, you sometimes need to have someone there to help you with that. And I've had a lot of help. I've had people not only lend me their ear. I mean, a kind ear is one of the best things you can do, but I've had people help take things to the tip for me. I've had people come over and help sort out the flat. But quite a lot of the stuff I've had to do on my own, such as the kitchen for a period of 3 weeks hadn't been cleaned since before Em went into hospital last time. And the day before yesterday, I finally cleaned it. And it was pretty gross, but I did it. Changed the bedding, put on a load of washing, did a bit of tidying up. I moved loads of stuff from the bedroom to the living room because a few friends were going to come today to help me sort it out, but they haven't been able to make it. So I think given it's only been 2 weeks, I think I've done okay. I have so many people in my life and on social media complimenting me and praising me, and I'm like, I appreciate it, but I don't feel like I'm being strong and brave. I'm getting on with it because that's exactly what my wife said I needed to do. She told me in no uncertain terms that I am to get on with my life and do what makes me happy and not put my life on hold. And if anything, watching my wife decline over a year, watching her deteriorate right in front of me and not being able to do much really has reminded me that time is really precious, and if we don't use it, we'll regret it. And I don't want to get to the stage in a few years' time where I've not done enough, where I've put my life on hold, where I haven't achieved much. I want to do things and I want to make my wife proud. There are things that Em wanted to do that she couldn't do. She was too ill. So I'm going to do for her. She wanted me to carry on doing my true crime YouTube channel. It's something that she was enthusiastic about as well, and she told me to keep doing it. I have set this up as a second channel. Well, it's actually a third channel technically, because this is such a different subject to true crime that it needs its own area. And not everyone who watches my true crime channel would want to watch this, and it would make it a very strange channel indeed if it were true crime and very personal about me. So I really hope you will continue to watch these videos as I reveal a bit more about what happened with my wife in her disease and our relationship, how I'm doing now, what I plan to do, and yeah, so I hope everybody is doing okay. I'm struggling a little bit at the moment today, but life continues, doesn't it? And yeah, I'm just gonna have to get on with it. Got no choice. So I hope you're all well, as I said. Thank you. Bye.